We are flexing the dimples today, guys. Welcome back to the Cult Classic Cage Show. And there's multiple reasons to be flexing the dimples today. First off, we're back in sweater. My God, sweater. What does that even mean? We're back in sweater weather, baby. That's how I like to be. Really, summer's cool and all that, but I'm a sweater hoodie type of person, and another thing too, really, what has me super excited more than anything else this particular day is because I'm back to physical media collecting, baby. And it's been a little minute in the game side. I'm still continue to collect like, Blu-rays and 4K Blu-rays of film, but I kind of gave up collecting classic video games or just stuff from my childhood or stuff unfortunately I wasn't able to get during my childhood because last year I was kind of on the struggle bus on the low key. And I never really talked about that. I never wanted anyone to feel sorry for me by any means. But yeah, I was on the struggle bus. Stuff happened, but thankfully, the very tail end of last year and really all of this year, I've been in such a better situation. Thankfully, God willingly, that will continue for the foreseeable future. But you never know, man. I'm just grateful for what I have and grateful for the good situations that that I'm in right now. So that's awesome, and it has led to me being able to start collecting again. And today, guys, some good stuff. Most of which I believe I've played as a child. Um, I'm pretty sure most, if not all of it, I played as a child. I'm pretty sure like 90% of it, and some of which I wasn't able to get because, hey, man, you only went as far as your parents' good charity was back then. So it is what it is. Most of this stuff, and my camera is being total ass right now. Maybe that's something I need to work on. But guys, I'm so excited. So my boy, um, shout out to Saya Strike. He was telling me how he bought some cool stuff from his homeboy's his homeboy's business. It's Steel Collectibles. Shout out to Steel Collectibles. Thank you so much for sending this real quick. I was actually kind of like, oh shit, already? Nice, nice. So my boy Saya Strike was friends with these guys at Steel Collectibles out in Georgia. So shout out to them. And he recommended them. He said that they're solid. That's his boy. I'm like, sure, fuck it, man. I want to get back into physical media collecting for video games, and that's been a struggle because the prices have been absolutely ridiculous. I think everyone is kind of understanding of that. Buying games nowadays like PS2, PS1, and 64, all that classic stuff really has become outrageous. So a lot of old school gamers like us have had a hard time collecting pieces of our childhood or things that we kind of missed out on and always had interest in. So that that's been a really bad thing. So that's why I was like, it's unrealistic for me to keep collecting. But today, baby, we did it. All right, I'm excited. Excited to see what I got. I'm excited for you guys to see what I got. And we're gonna get right into it, baby. I hope that my camera didn't go full Harmon Smith. And I don't do I don't do knives and stuff these days. So gonna keep it gonna keep it real or keep it real shit. So all right, so open the package and immediately I've met with a nice little thank you. It says, "Hello, Cassie. Thank you so much for placing an order with us online. As a small business, we appreciate your support. Enjoy your PS2, PS3, GBA games. If you have any questions, please let us know." Nice, appreciate it. At Steel Collectibles. Let's see what we got, baby. All right, nicely packed. Let's go. Let's go. Nicely packaged. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So let's start off with the GBA stuff, man. Let's fucking go. Let me move this a little bit, or just a tad bit. I don't necessarily have the best recording area. Ziggy's over here like, what'd you get? What'd you get? Now he's gonna be rubbing his face on my monitor. So if you see any shaking, it's not me. Shaking with excitement. It's Ziggy. putting his stank ass breath scent on everything. Claim it as his. All right, baby. Let's see what we got. Oh man, yo, what a fucking throwback, baby. The excitement is mounting, guys. All right, so we got Steel Collectibles. I'll put that up there just so you guys could check it out. Definitely like to support small businesses, especially when I do think that their prices are reasonable. Not the best focusing. I'll definitely put the info in the description below if y'all want to check out the website. But man, let's go, baby. I'm fucking hyped. I like that. I like the nice packaging. They didn't cheap out on stuff, so that's really cool. And first up's a big one for me. I remember this as a kid, which was Spider-Man on GBA, the Mysterio's Menace. Can we get a focus in? There we go, Mysterio's Menace. That was a game I remember I had to go to some sort of like summer related thing. It was like some sort of summer seminar as like a little kid. I was there on my GBA. And this is one I actually never played. But X-Men the official game. I always like to collect X-Men stuff, and this is a game I always wanted as a kid and didn't have. So that's nice. Definitely that for sure, for sure. And then, oh man, should we do PS2 or PS3 first? You know what? Let's do PS3. I forgot I bought PS3 games. That's crazy. And I ordered this like a week ago. So this is a game I never got to play. But always wanted it because I played all the other SOCOM games on the PS2. So SOCOM, US Navy SEALs, Confrontation, baby. So never got to play this. It's kind of a shame. But it's cool to have. I have all the other ones, man. Man, like I don't know what happened to me with SOCOM on PS3, man. And then another one I didn't actually play, but always wanted to. Resistance Fall of Man. And this is not one that I wanted to play initially, but it was one that, you know, kind of late, like really early PS4 generation. I was like, man, I missed out on a lot of dope ass PS3 games because I wasn't really a PS3 gamer like that. I got into PS3 gaming late. I had a PS3 early that generation. My brother got one for his birthday, and we didn't really appreciate the PS3 because, to be fair, Sony didn't appreciate all the PS2 purchases very much. And so it led to a rather lackluster first couple of years of Harmon Smith fucking Harmon Smith camera work here. But here is Rainbow Six Vegas. Remember playing this on 360 back in the day. I sold my entire 360 collection, which is kind of one of my big regrets, but I regret everything that I've sold. I sold a lot of shit back during college. But I played this on 360. My brother was a big fan. I was a big fan. I used to love Ubisoft used to be heat back in them days, man. What the fuck happened to these guys, man? And lastly, one that I played also on 360, I got this bitch for Christmas, man. Prototype. That is fun ass game, man. Everyone was playing Infamous, but I was playing Prototype. Dope, super dark. It's like a Infamous but dark as shit. Dope as hell game. Dope as hell game. All right, so that's PS3 right there. And we got this one I had on GameCube, if I'm not mistaken. Medal of Honor Frontline. What a game, man. I remember playing D-Day over and over and over and over again. It was such a crack addiction. Loved this game. Absolutely adored it. What a throwback, man. What a throwback to crazy gaming. And mind you guys, just so y'all know, Like, for me, I'm one, I always want my collection to look pristine, and so far, all of the cases, really nice conditions, though. Shout out to y'all at Steel Collectibles, man. And here's one. This is actually, I think, one of the most expensive games to get. I played this. Ooh, Dragon Ball. It's called Super Dragon Ball Z, and this is one of the last Atari games I think they put out. It was like in between Budokai 3 and like their, you know, couple of one or two PS3 360 games they put out. I can't remember. I remember Burst Limit. But this one I got, I didn't even know this. It was crazy. I went to Toys R Us to go buy a game. I didn't even realize that a new Dragon Ball Z game had come out, but I saw this and I'm like, I do not have this. I have everything, including sagas. Okay, fucking trash game. But I saw this and I said, fuck this. I have to have it because I had just about every PS2 game that I knew existed. And I didn't like this game. I didn't like this game at all. But it's still super nostalgic to me. And I feel like I didn't give this game much of a chance. I think it deserved more. It was really cool because you could actually play as characters like Chi-Chi, and I'm talking about like Dragon Ball Chi-Chi, which was really cool. Thinking about it now, I didn't appreciate that as a kid. I actually hated female characters as a kid. Always wanted to play as dudes, and I always wanted, like, I even avoided Sailor Moon for so long. As a kid, I had to become an adult to appreciate Sailor Moon. But this was an interesting game. I didn't give it the time of day because I was a Budokai stan, a hardcore Budokai stan, and maybe I'm forgetting exactly when this came out, or in between when this came out, because like I said, this was like a random drop. I didn't know that this existed until I saw it at Toys R Us, and I'm like, I have to have it. And while I wasn't a fan, I could still appreciate it. I'm glad that I could re-add this one to my collection because I have no idea what I did with it. And this one brings back a lot of memories, actually. I saw this. This is like test drive off-road, wide open. Pause, big fucking pause. That means a whole other thing these days. Holy shit, brother. But this game, I think this was an early PS2 game. I didn't recognize this game until I saw it in the on the website in the store at Steel Collectibles, and I'm like, "Oh my god, I remember this game." I didn't remember it all, but I remember all the off-road racing. Like, I wanted games with freedom back in that day, and this was one of them. You weren't forced, like, it was one of the first games that I bought where you weren't forced to, like, drive on a track. You just kinda off-road, did your own thing. I loved driving the Hummer. It was so super cool. This was a really fun game. This was made by Infogrames. I recognize that logo, but, I think this was an early PS2 game because for a while, I thought it was a PS1 game. I was like, "Wait, I thought this was on the PS1. This must have been early PS2, maybe I'm wrong," but, um, wow, it had a soundtrack featuring Metallica, Fear Factory. Wow, that's kinda interesting. But I saw this and I had to have it. What a dope ass game, driving all these cool trucks and shit. Just, you can free roam if I remember correctly. That's where I got all my freedom from, but you were off-road racing and stuff. Really cool game. I liked stuff like the BMX games or Tony Hawk's Pro Skater where you had like the free roam modes, stuff like that was so dope, and I thought this was really cool too. But that was a throwback. That reminded me of so much shit. Speaking of Tony Hawk, baby, got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. Fuck yeah, brother. I was such a Tony Hawk fan back in the day. And that logo, Neversoft, it was like it was like that Capcom logo on a game back in the day. If you saw a Neversoft logo, you saw a Capcom logo, you knew that shit was gonna be heat. Like, that was like a stamp of approval right there, but really cool. Happy to have Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 played everyone I could get my hands on. And shit. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4, baby. Yo, I'm loving the quality, like, of these cases because I'm really like I'm a pain in the fucking I'm a pain in the balls when it comes to this shit. Like, honestly. But wow. Yeah, a little bit up here, but I don't mind that. That's normal. That's to be expected. The fact that this is actually one of the worst cases here, and this is still acceptable to me. So shout out to them for that, man. And then we got, oh man, another game. It's technically the same one, so I showed you guys the GBA version. But GBA versions of games were very different from the actual console edition, so never got to play this. Never got to play it. I'm kind of sad that I didn't, but I'm kind of digging what's going on here, baby. I'm digging what's going on here. I definitely want to check this out when I do have some free time. I do play PS2 games, not super often, but I definitely have those days where I just feel like booting up the PS2 and running some of my games. A lot of times out of curiosity to see how they aged, and just to reminisce and shit, and even sometimes to try some games that I didn't get the opportunity to play that I did happen to collect. But this has been awesome, man. Wow. I'm just making sure I got everything, but wow, this is a nice bundle to add to the collection. I'm so happy. I am so happy, but thank you guys. And Steel Collectibles. I'm gonna see if I can get this to focus. There we go. Steel Collectibles. Link will be in the description below if y'all want to check them out. But I have nothing but positive things to say. Nothing but positive things to say. I think that the packaging is really nice. The cases were in really good condition. The art was all there. I got a lot of things that were complete in box, and it felt like they were, for the most part. I didn't get to open it up and look into everything, but thank you. I really appreciate it. I feel like I definitely got my money's worth, and I intend to do this more often, maybe like a once a month thing. Um, I kind of, save up a little bit of expendable income, then just dump it away. And I want to dump it away on games and stuff. And little things, man. I definitely want to support small business, so that's what I intend to do every month or two. We'll see what happens, preferably sooner rather than, more sporadically. But I'm really happy to get back into video game collecting because it is definitely something that I enjoy doing. It makes me happy, reminiscing old times, or hey man, this is a game that I really wanted but didn't get the opportunity to play one of those, so that's cool. Guys, if you can, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Follow me over on Twitter at Mario Kart if you want to continue the conversation. If you want, hey, by the way, sweater weather. So if you're liking this, is an embroidered hoodie and it's super clean. Oh man, it looks so good. Got this at cultclassiccage.com. Link is in the description below if you're interested in any of that. Got a bunch of other stuff on the website if you want to check that out. And consider becoming a channel member. 99-cent membership gets you instant access to the Discord, gets you access to cool emotes for the awesome Thursday night extravaganza that I put on every single week. So tune in this Thursday, 8 p.m. EST. Hang out with me, man. Hang out with me, hang out with the chat. It's a great time. You guys definitely are very vocal, and I appreciate that. And we have a dope-ass time together. It's awesome. It's an extravaganza. Okay, that's what I promise you guys every Thursday. So tune into that. And yeah, guys, we'll all be in cinema. Peace.